Hi friend, Potato here. One of my resolutions in 2024 has been to start learning Korean, and here I am. I wanted to share with you my thoughts and impressions of the language after studying it for only 2 weeks, as well as the books and apps I used, my recommendations and absolute no-nos. Let's start by saying that I think Korean is a very interesting language. I wanted to give it a try for a few years now. After starting to learn Japanese, I thought that now it might be an easier task, since they have so many similarities. Both languages have several politeness levels, as well as a similar sentence structure that is subject, object, verb, unlike in European languages where it's subject, verb, object. The biggest reason I thought it might be not so hard to learn Korean is because of similarities in vocabularies between Japanese and Korean. Here are a few words that I have already learned that are almost identical in the both languages.
가방, 가반, 서진, 샤신, 포도, 부도, 신문, 신분.
So far, learning Korean has proven to be far from an easy task. My initial choice of material was a green owl. My boyfriend just started learning Italian on Duolingo, and I wanted to provide him with a healthy competition by studying Korean. It was a disaster. I spent, I think, a bit less than 2 days on Duolingo trying to figure out Hangul. Pronunciation was exhaustingly wrong and confusing. I looked some reviews on YouTube of other people learning Korean on Duolingo. It was clear that I was not being crazy or fussy, and probably Duolingo is not very suitable for learning Korean at the end of the day. Luckily, I found this book on Amazon. I didn't expect much of it because I've seen similar books for Japanese learners with hiragana and katakana practice, but that would usually take only first 10 pages and the rest of the book would be just empty squares. This book has been surprisingly good. It helped me get familiar with the visual aspect of Hangul as well as the way consonants and vowels form syllables. Unfortunately, the book did not come with an audio. Korean pronunciation is far from easy and can be very challenging for some, including me. However, I do recommend this book for those who want to learn Hangul by writing, and also, to be honest, I find it quite therapeutical to practice writing before bed or just in the morning. An app that helped me drill Hangul is Drops. The pronunciation and romanization of the letters was extremely clear. Unfortunately, the free version gives you only 5 minutes access every 9 hours. I think you get 1 more minute if you watch a video. I think Drops is great for memorizing different vocabularies, like numbers that I think I learned very well. There are actually 2 sets of numbers in Korean, and they're used for different types of things. At the end of the day, I think I really like Drops, but I don't think I'm going to be paying for it at the moment. Since we are on the topic of Hangul, I want to also mention another book that I bought on Amazon without much thought, to be honest. Korean for Beginners, Mastering Conversational Korean. This book provides great audios for learning Hangul. I would listen to each letter multiple times and repeat it, and then I would practice writing them. I think this really helped me grasp Hangul. Besides that, I found the rest of the book quite disappointing and underwhelming. I am 4 chapters in, and besides some random cultural facts and vocabularies, I learned absolutely nothing. I do not know how to introduce myself or say hi. The audios are great when they are available, but every chapter there is a 10 or so word vocabulary without audio or context. I have a strong belief that you have to learn vocabulary within context, otherwise it just doesn't stick. I also think listening is essential for beginners to acquire language. I think this book would be way more helpful if it had more audio and some maybe practical exercises. The biggest issue I have with this book, it is called Mastering Conversational Korean, but in all books there isn't even one example of a conversation, which is very disappointing. Let me know if you use this book, if it gets better, if you think it's useful, or am I using it wrong way. The last resource I used was Lingodeer. It does not have any Hangul practice and goes straight into sentence structure and exercises. It has a lot of explanation and extra information besides the exercises, as well as you can practice what you've learned anytime, that is vocabulary and grammar. Unfortunately, it is not free, and the only reason I'm using it is because I still have a subscription until the end of the January from buying it to study Japanese last year. Overall, I think these 2 weeks have been very informative, with a lot of ups and downs. I learned Hangul, and now I can name all the contestants of Singles Inferno. I can count from 1 to 10, and I learned a few simple sentence structures. I'm not planning to give up just yet. I've got some new great books. Talk to Me in Korean is apparently the biggest online learning website for Korean language learners, and they came out with some books, and I saw people recommending them online, so I will give them a try. Lastly, I was considering to get a tutor to make sure my pronunciation is good and that I'm on the right track. I think that's it for this video. I will try to check in with you in 2 weeks or a month, see how far I've made it. So make sure you put a like and subscribe. In the comments, let me know how you are studying Korean and what books, apps, or other resources you are using. Bye bye!